Hello, I'm Heather, and this is Music Shake YouTube channel. In this channel, I will guide you through the world of a YouTube network working in the music industry. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more educational music content. So today, we will talk about the reason why boy bands are bigger stars than girls group. So you have to go back to the late 1990s and early 2000s to find the last time that boy bands and girl groups were both topping the pop music charts. Hitmakers like Destiny Child, TLC, Backstreet Boy, and the Spice Girls were MTV staple. This was before YouTube, Kids, when music videos were exclusive on cable TVs, and both girl and guy groups each had their rabid fans. But then everything changed. Most of the powerful powerhouse girls group disband or derail, and no serious replacement emerged. Meanwhile, new boy bands like Jonas Brothers and One Direction raced to fill in the teeny bopper gap as the older group fell out of fashion. Today, the boy band universe is ruled by the K-pop group BTS, whose in 2019 became the first band since the Beatles to land 3 albums at no one on the US pop chart in the same years. And the videos for the hit single By With Love set a new record for most YouTube views in a single day at 74.6 million. But where are the girl subgroup of yesteryears? Female stars like Beyonce, Ariana Grande, and Taylor Swift are crushing it solo, but gone is the collective girl power back. It is easy to blame shifting music tastes for the demise of girl group, but there may be deeper societal forces at play, the same forces that have undercut the success of girl group for decades. So, where the boys are. The study appeals of boy bands is pretty straightforward. Starting with the Beatles in the 1960s, every generation of young girls have employed boy bands as safe crushes to test drive their emerging sexuality. When boy bands are created, each member is marketed as having a distinct personalities: the bad boy, the shy one, the funny guys, and preteen fans can gauge their attraction to each of these male templates. Over at NPR, music journalist Jason King broke down what separates boy band from a man band. Members are usually in their late teens or early 20s. The material appeals to teens and preteen girls. There's usually a manager who puts the group together as opposed to it arising organically. Also, members rarely play instruments or write their own songs. So, there's no equivalent for straight teen boys who may identify with musicians but are not expected or encouraged to empathize with women in any way. So, some girls groups like Spice Girls were also put together by a manager. But for music journalist Evelyn McDonald, girl groups have always carried a different but no less powerful appeal for young female fans, finding the voice and place in the world. Rather than having crushes on the member, the fans sees girl group as speaking to their own experience and someone they can be on stage with. Say McDonald, an English professors and directors of journalism programs at Marymount University. They project themselves onto the stage with the girl groups as opposed to projecting themselves into the bedroom. McDonald's own slate of favorite old girl band include The Runaway, a girl group from the 1970s assembled by the producer Kim Fowler that include a teenager, Joel Jett, in Is Like a. The Runaways made a splash with teenage anthem Cherry Bomb, but the band's run didn't last very long. McDonough wrote a book about the runaway, who she believes fell victim to sexist personal attacks and outside pressures not experienced by all male groups. They were treated horrifically by the press, called bitches in reviews, accused of not being able to play their instruments, and that doesn't encourage groups to stay together. She believes that one of the biggest reasons why girl groups had not achieved the same level of success as boy bands is that both females and males music industry executives are inherently threatened by a bunch of women in a position of power. She points to the golden era of girl group in the 1960s, when the Supreme were recording as many no one songs as the Beatles. One of the reasons girl groups were allowed to flourish in the 1960s is that the artists were, were subservient to the male producer who dictated what they were or the word they sang. Those women really hard to toe to the line in terms of decorum and style and appear very non-threatening and groomed. They were literally groomed. So Sasa Ed Feather had another explanation for the disappearance of girl groups in the heyday of the 1990s. Back then, the girl power rallying cry felt fresh, and young fans were drawn to on-stage sisterhoods and celebrated this form of feel-good feminism. Gavin thinks that the 20 years down the line, the girl power message has lost of its relevance, replaced instead by what she calls a more individualistic pop feminism. The post has lost its power and a female executive has risen in its place, wrote Gavin in 2080. Sherrill, leaning philosophy, informed mainstream imaginings of the woman in a man's world. When a woman only becomes superheroes when she lived her sapphic utopia to fight alongside men, and immensely powerful female singers command historic numbers on the Billboard charts. For McDonough, who edited the anthology Women Who Rock, which chronicled the influence and impact of female musicians from Bessie Smith to Beyonce, there will always be a special draw to all female musician acts, whether it's a classic R&B girl group like TLC or a band from the riot girl scenes of the 1990s. I love seeing women making art together and supporting each other. And I know that my girlfriend and I have incredible power together, and I love to see that presented in our culture as well. And that's it for the video today. Thanks for staying to the end. See you in the next video, and let me know in the comment section what topic you want Music Shake to address in the upcoming video.